Cool. All right. Welcome to the weekly ecosystem meeting, everyone. Um, I have the first item, so I'll go ahead, and that is to suggest that we split out the announcements and discussion section so that the announcements will be read only, meaning that we don't need to vocalize them on the call, but anyone can just add status updates, anything they want everyone else to know about there. And then feel free to, if you have discussion items based on those announcements, we can add them to the discussion section. This is something that we started doing on the enablement staff meeting, and I found it pretty useful so far, since a lot of that stuff is just kind of going through and reading reading what's written on those items, which I don't think we really need to do. Yeah, so that's my suggestion. Feel free to suggest alternate ideas, but I just went ahead and broke those out so we could try it out.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds good to me, man.
Cool. All right, Arturo, you are next.
Yeah. So so this is a call for the other engineers to assign, and for me as well, like to assign ourselves into the issues that we start to investigate and go deepen, because you know, like maybe there are like two different engineers like spending a lot of time investigating something, and at the end one of them is only going to work on that, so or to try to find the path to the solution. So so just to keep everything update, all the issues that we are working on, and so in that case we could be more efficient. So this is yes, this point. And the next one is that I have a...
Hey Arturo, can I stop you there? I have something to add on that point. Yeah, I think it's a great reminder, and it especially helps for that situation where maybe a couple of people get pinged on an issue. Just to know, like, just to, if you start looking into it, just to assign yourself so that the other person knows that they don't need to do that. Otherwise, we might be duplicating work. So, yeah, thank you for highlighting that, and just wanted to add that I have seen that situation happen where it's like, I don't know, should I be looking into this, or should this other person that's pinged? So yeah, very useful. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, cool.
The next point.
And so the next one is we have I was pinged into different issues related to Mattermost, but so I'm not sure if I need to jump into this, or you know, like should be Patrick the point of contact in that case, or how we can prioritize this work. I'm not sure exactly how to handle this, basically, to be more efficient or less context switching with my time.
Yeah. Please feel free to just ping me. I peeked at them. I have not gotten a chance to really review them yet. But yes, I am. Anytime you get pulled into that and there's a question around like what needs to happen, please just ping me, and then I can get those on our board. So I don't want to speak to those directly at the moment because I haven't actually gotten to read through them fully. I just kind of glanced at them right before this meeting. So, but yes, please just ping me anytime somebody reaches out. It looked like they were just kind of asking for your advice, but
yeah, but in order to give advice for me, I need to spend like some time, you know, and it's like, okay, should I jump into this thing? You know, like maybe it can take, I don't know, like a couple of hours.
Sure. No, that's okay. Let's get it. Let me look through those. I'll put them. I added to-dos for them for myself, and I can take a look at them in a little bit. But no worries. Yeah, always feel free to ping me though if there's a question.
Yeah. Also, I also try to balance my time, you know, because if I see how is like the iteration going, you know, like we are in the middle right now, so it's looking good, or we are like, you know, like just focus in maybe in our stuff and maybe so yeah, but I let you know if I have a question, or I'm not sure if it's a good idea to spend more time on a few things or in other things.
Yeah, not a problem.
Cool, thanks.
I didn't look at those two issues. Is one of those related to the one that's blocked?
I do not know.
Okay, well, I was just gonna say, yeah, that that made me think of the one that you have that's blocked right now.
Not.
Maybe we can.
No, they are different ones.
Okay.
But
yeah.
But I think that I think at some point someone saw that I was working in something related to Mattermost, so they are now pinning me in all the things related to that, and it's like, hey, I have no idea about most of the things here, so like yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, I was just going to say that reminded me about that one that's blocked, and sort of in keeping with our retrospective theme of trying to group items together more. I think it would probably be okay to if we end up having an iteration where someone like you is focusing on Mattermost, we can move that into there. I don't think it's urgent to get that one looked at this milestone. Correct me if I'm wrong, Patrick, but it seems like we're not really getting a lot of pressure to keep that one moving.
No, not really.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Andy.
Yeah. So I had a chat with Mattia from the continuous integration team, and yeah, basically I had some Jenkins questions. But I asked him also about the general plans for the Jenkins integration on the continuous integration team. And he said that this is not really a priority for them. So most of the Jenkins issue that are assigned to the CI team, they're not really actively looking into those. And he suggested to have like a sync meeting with with engineering and product from our both teams, and see how we continue with the Jenkins integrations and which issues are most important. And he also suggested if that works out well, we could make it like a regular thing. And I just wanted to get this started and hear your opinions about that.
Sure. Yeah. So in general, I think that is spot on. It is definitely not their priority and shouldn't be. That's why we're here. Our job is to worry about the third-party integrations so that they can focus on building their competitive product, right? Historically, though, those individual groups have been responsible for those integrations, so they're a really good resource, and we should lean on them to give us knowledge and help us understand like the work that they were doing previously. But yeah, it's no longer on them to worry about those things, other than they need to make themselves available to be helpful when we need to know what they know. But other than that, no, it's very much our responsibility. So yeah, I think I would be okay with setting up a sync if y'all are interested. I've got a pretty good handle on the prioritization between the two. I understand what their priorities and their backlog looks like, and I think we've got a pretty good understanding. But if you think it would be valuable, I'd be more than happy to facilitate setting something up more broadly. Like I'm totally okay with that, especially if we can get their engineers in a room with our engineers and get everybody to kind of do a sync on here's what they were experiencing and here's what they view as like the best path forward, because they've got much more experience than we do on working on that stuff because they built it, right? So if that would be valuable for y'all, Nick and I can absolutely set something up between our engineering team and their engineering team.
Yeah,
would you like us to try to get that together?
I think it would be nice. I think maybe we could start with one meeting and then see. If you think it's useful, then we can make it regular. But I think one would be cool for now. Definitely would have some questions to ask about the integrations, and the chat with Mattia was already very helpful, and that would be cool.
For sure. I don't know. I know that's Elliot right, Nick? Elliot Rushton.
I think it might be Crystal Poole. That was the yeah.
Let's see. Because I know I've been talking to Darby, but I don't know the EM. Yeah, so Darby is the director over there. Yeah, so it looks like Elliot Rushton is the EM backend.
So
EM
what?
for CI and runner.
One thing that we can do is like a kind of office hours that we can write a document with all the questions that we have, and maybe they can explain to us about different things. So if I'm not sure if you, Andy, you already have a kind of a may request proposition to do some change. So maybe they can also take a look to that and give feedback if that is the right direction, or maybe we need to take a different one.
Yeah, so I already have one MR, but I already got some feedback on it. Yeah, that's a good idea to have some document with some preset questions so they can look at it and make up their minds. I think it would be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, so that's another good place to start. If you want to put together just like a Google Doc or something and like start listing out some things that you want to dive into, then we can reach out and find the right engineering managers to make sure that we've got people who can answer those questions. And then I think what I think would be more valuable. So like if you have a specific tactical question, the best way to address that is in an issue and then pinging the right person. But I think what could be really valuable is to get broadly people in a room so that we can have a broad discussion around, hey, we're going to be supporting Jenkins. Tell us where it hurts. Right? Like,
yeah,
exactly. Where are the bodies buried? Like, what are the closets that we need to be able to like go find, right? Like, I think that would be really valuable to kind of get. GitLab tends to be pretty good about not having tribal knowledge, but there's always some, right? Because
I think exactly this would be pretty good, because Matej also mentioned that they had some plans to. I'm not sure if they have plans, but he said that he thinks that the Jenkins integration needs some refactor, and all of this CI integrations probably need some refactoring. And they seem to have some ideas already. So yeah, it would be good to have like a broad chat and it's a general discussion in which direction it should go. Yeah,
let's do it. So let's get some questions down first, and then let's set up a meeting with the broadly interested and relevant parties. And yeah, let's set up a chat. We probably won't be able to do it anytime right now because we've got the holidays coming up in the next few weeks. But we could probably get that sometime early January.
Yeah, that sounds good. It also gives me some time to prepare some questions.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Sounds good.
Awesome.
I'll be also interested to like just listen in.
Well, you are on our engineering team, so please be there.
Yeah, I think there are also some pretty interesting front end aspects of it, like
for sure.
Yeah, running pipelines.
I mean, namely how Jenkins front end is awful.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. I have lost my tab completely with our agenda.
It never happens at GitLab.
Man, I had like my computer apparently crashed when I sat down this morning, and so I open up Chrome and it does the restore previous, and it opened up 6 Chrome windows. So this is no good. This is a bad habit. Cool, awesome. What else do we want to talk about? Oh, so I assume since there were only 2 people on the call last week, Libor did not get to introduce himself yet.
Nope.
Okay, cool. So we got another call here in a little bit. We're going to talk about mass integrations. Libor will be there. Let's make sure to set a couple seconds aside so he can introduce himself to everybody. Justin, will you be joining us? I know it's getting late for you.
Yes, I might turn off a video.
Okay, no, that's totally cool. I just wanted to know. I also understand either way.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we want to break for half an hour and get back to it?
Yep. Company-wide retro starts in 10 minutes. And I did add a little agenda item for the mass integrations discussion in the same weekly meeting agenda if anyone wants to seed it with some questions. But otherwise, I'm sure Patrick has plenty to go over.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Cool.
Sounds
Awesome.
good. Break. We'll see you all on Thursday.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.